Hey there, adventurers. It's time to dive into a batch of top mods for Baldur's Gate 3. This week we've got some killer new hairstyles, fancy outfits, and even a cozy little tent for the Dark Urge, or Tav. As always, these mods add some extra flair and customization options to your game, and let's go ahead and jump right in. Mod number 1 is Dyeable Support for Shields. This mod does exactly what it says in the title, and it does it really well. I was a bit worried about how they might look, since there must have been a reason why this wasn't in the base game, right? But the mod author absolutely nailed it. If you've been wanting to add some personal flair to your shield game, this mod is a must-have. Next up, we have Kylin's Sharran Hairstyles. I absolutely love these hairstyles. They're incredibly detailed with a great variety of type, texture, shapes, and accessories, all fitting perfectly with the Shar Worshipper aesthetic from the game. And the best part, this mod is super easy to install with no other mods required. You'll be seeing these hairstyles on my Dark Urge through the rest of this video, so stay tuned for that. Seriously though, if you're looking for some stylish new hair options, this mod is perfect. Mod number 3 is Dark Urge Tent. So if any of you are anything like me, for the past 6 months, we've been asking Larian for the same thing. A tent for our Tav at camp. Because right now we just wander around and then sleep on the bedroll and that's it. There's no opportunity to customize anything, there's no opportunity to have any type of personalization at camp. If you've been waiting for that tent for Dark Urge or even for Tav, your prayers have been answered. The Dark Urge tent mod is here and it is fantastic. Not only is the tent dyeable, it comes with a little seat and it has so many small details that just make it so fantastic. One of my favorite details is there's a little painting of Gortash on the table, such a young, handsome man. Also, you can move the tent around like other movable items in the game or even store it in your inventory. Just a quick tip, I'd recommend picking it up at the end of an act or before any major camp events to avoid it getting lost or potentially interfering with in-game cutscenes. I mean, the last thing we want when we're trying to disembowel Alfira is to miss any of the good stuff, right? Next up, we have Onyx Monk Collection. These are a group of armor sets specifically designed with a monk aesthetic in mind, and I am loving them. There are 3 different outfits to choose from, all with the same stats. Extra jump distance, +1 to acrobatics, and Cat's Grace, which gives you evasion and resistance to fall damage, which is if you succeed a dexterity saving throw, you take no damage instead of just half. Just like what normal monks get at level 7. All of the outfits are dyeable, and I think the first one is my favorite. The draping and overlapping fabric combined with some tasteful skin exposure really captures that monk vibe. Now, this mod not only enhances the aesthetic, but also ties it in nicely with the monk's abilities. Definitely worth checking out. And finally, we have Noble Couture. Initially, I was going to have Gale model these outfits. I mean, after all, who better to wear a fancy wizard robe than him? But sadly, Gale wasn't up to the task. Apparently, he'd rather prance around in his underwear than wear these robes. Picky wizard.
I question the wisdom of that decision.
So instead, Shadowheart is stepping up to rock these outfits for us. The robes all start in full black, giving you a blank canvas to work with. They're dyeable, and I highly recommend installing a dye mod like Boring Dyes or Dyes of Faerun, because the end-game dyes just don't do it for me anymore. If you want to deck out your character in some fancy attire, this mod is a great addition to your load order. And that wraps up our top 5 Baldur's Gate 3 mods of the week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more weekly mod showcases. Got a favorite mod that I didn't cover? Drop it in the comments below. I'm always on the hunt for new mods to try. Until next time, happy modding, and I will see you in Faerun.